Are you or camera or? Okay.
Ilia Malinin here.
I feel tired. Sleep. That's what I always do, and I always like to sleep, so.
Ilia, how do you?
For 2 years and 2 months, nobody beat him. Not once. Not in practice conditions, not on a good day for a competitor. Not when Ilia Malinin showed up with a cold, new boots, fatigue, or the weight of a nation's expectations on his back. 14 competitions, 14 victories, back to back to back to back, through 2 full competitive seasons across 3 continents against the best figure skaters on the planet. It was the longest winning streak in men's figure skating in decades, and almost nobody outside the figure skating world knew it was happening. That changes right now. Because this is not just a story about a young man who kept winning. This is the story of how an American kid from Virginia quietly rewrote what was possible in this sport, one gravity-defying jump at a time, and built a dynasty so dominant that even his eventual defeat at the 2026 Olympics could not erase what he had already accomplished. This is the story of the 14. To understand how the streak started, you need to understand where Ilia Malinin was in the fall of 2023. He was 19 years old. He had just earned a bronze medal at the World Championships, a remarkable result for a first-timer on that stage, but he had not yet won the sport's biggest prizes. He was extraordinary, but he was still proving it. The figure skating world knew his name. They had seen the quad axel. They appreciated what he was building. But appreciation and dominance are 2 very different things. And then something clicked. In December 2023, Ilia Malinin stood at the starting position of the ISU Grand Prix Final and skated a performance that announced a new era. He won. He didn't just win, he won with a margin that made the rest of the field look like they were competing in a different sport. He scored over 17 points ahead of his nearest competitor. In figure skating, that is not a narrow victory. That is a statement. Win number 1. What followed over the next 26 months was something American sports had not seen from a figure skater in decades. Malinin returned to competition in January 2024, defended his national title, win number 2. Then in March 2024, he went to Montreal for the World Championships and won his first senior world title with 5 quadruple jumps in the free skate, including the quad axel, the jump nobody else on earth could do. Win number 3. And here's where the psychology of a true winning streak becomes fascinating, because most elite athletes after winning a world championship exhale. They rest on it. They allow themselves a moment of satisfaction. Malinin did the opposite. He went home, trained through the summer, and came back in the fall with a new question. What if I try 6 different types of quadruple jumps in one program? No skater in history had ever done it. He was going to try it anyway. At the 2024 Lombardia Trophy, the opening event of his new season, he broke the 200-point barrier in the free skate and the 300-point barrier overall on the very first competition of the year. Win number 4. He won Skate America. Win number 5. He won Skate Canada and set the wheels in motion for what was coming next. Win number 6. Stop. Just pause here for a moment. 6 wins in a row, spanning 2 seasons across the sport's most competitive international circuit. And the most extraordinary part? He was getting better, not holding steady, getting better. The Grand Prix Final in December 2024, his second consecutive title at that event, was a turning point even inside the streak. He attempted 7 quadruple jumps in one program. 7. When the rest of the world's elite were attempting 3 or 4, Ilia Malinin was loading a program technically so dense it had never been attempted before. He fell on 1. He won anyway by a comfortable margin. Win number 7. Now let's talk about what separates a winning streak from a dynasty. Because what Malinin was building was not just numbers on a results sheet. He was building a level of technical dominance that forced the entire sport to recalibrate its standards. Every coach who prepared a skater to compete against him had to answer the impossible question: how do you close a gap that is being widened deliberately, on purpose, by someone who chooses to make it wider? You don't. That's the answer. You can't. And every one of Malinin's competitors knew it. At the 2025 U.S. Championships, he won his third consecutive national title, win number 8. Then in March 2025 in Boston at the World Championships on home soil, he did something that had been classified as theoretical until that night. He became the first skater in history to land all 6 different types of quadruple jumps in a single program without a single under-rotation call. All 6. Toe loop, salcho, loop, flip, lutz, axel. It had never been done. He did it in Boston. He won by 31 points. Win number 9. The summer of 2025, he came back. He opened the new season with a win at the Lombardia Trophy, win number 11. He won Skate America, win number 12. And then he went to Skate Canada in October 2025, and he didn't just win, he set a new world record in the free skate, scoring 228.97 points, a number so large it didn't feel real when it was announced. Win number 12. 1 month later, December 2025, the Grand Prix Final in Nagoya, Japan. This was the night Ilia Malinin reached a peak that the sport may not see again in our lifetimes. He skated onto the ice and delivered 7 fully rotated quadruple jumps in a single free skate. Not attempted, landed, clean, rotated, graded. He won by 30 points and scored 332. He broke his own world record in the free skate. Win number 13. January 2026, Wichita, Kansas, U.S. Championships, his 4th consecutive national title, a total score of 324.88. He was now, by every measurable standard on the planet, the most dominant figure skater in the world. He had been undefeated for over 2 years. He was heading to the Olympics as not just the favorite, he was the presumptive champion. The gold medal felt like a formality. Win number 14. The streak stood at 14, the longest winning streak in men's figure skating in decades. He had set world records. He had achieved technical milestones nobody believed possible. He had won national titles, Grand Prix events, Grand Prix Finals, and World Championships on multiple continents. And then came Milan. The Olympics, as Malinin would later say, are not like any other competition. The pressure is not like anything training can prepare you for. The quad axel attempt flinched. The elements crumbled. He finished 8th, an upset of the ages. But here is the ending that nobody can take from him. 6 weeks after the worst performance of his career, in Prague at the 2026 World Championships, Ilia Malinin stood on the ice and won his 3rd consecutive world title by 22 points. He was the youngest man to win a 3rd world title since Alexei Igudin in the year 2000. After the program ended, he screamed skyward and punched the air. The streak of 14 is over. The legacy? It hasn't even finished being written yet. Malinin is 21 years old. He says he plans to compete through 2030 Olympics and, if his body allows, 2034. The question is no longer whether Ilia Malinin belongs in the conversation about the greatest figure skaters of all time. The question is how high that conversation goes. Subscribe right now. Hit the notification bell, because wherever Ilia Malinin goes from here, you are going to want to have seen it from the beginning.